Well, that leads me on to a question from Zach from Tasmania.
Tasmania, Zach.
And you
I
might
like Tasmania.
You might be able to relate to this as I've recently undergone rotator cuff surgery. I'm now wondering if there's a chance it will hinder or stop me from bodybuilding. And also if you know of anyone who has undergone the same surgery and has it affected their training post-surgery. Regards, Zach O'Donoghue.
Yeah. So I had sort of tendon reattached to my shoulder. Then it wasn't rotator cuff related, but I've known bodybuilders who've had rotator cuff surgery and they've come out of it fine, gone back to training. Maybe there's different exercises you might have to steer away from, like a press behind the neck or some sort of pressing movements, but you just find what works for you again and work your way around. You can still train shoulders good, because shoulders, luckily enough, one of those exercises where you don't have to go super heavy. Like I'm pressing, and that sure you can, but laterals, re-delts, upright rows, shrugs, and that sort of thing, you can sort of lighten the weight, squeeze it. They're still going to get good development. So shoulders you should be fine. So I know plenty of people have had the surgeries and they still bodybuild and still look great.
Yeah, I mean, look,
just send all your medical questions here.
Yeah. Lee Priest, MD.
Exactly.
Look, there's guys, nearly every guy in the NRL would have had a shoulder injury.
Yeah,
so
you see, like shoulder injuries all the time in bodybuilding. I said even like guys in NRL, you said even so many torn hamstrings, but yet a couple of months later, even weeks later, back out running again. So, you can, like I said, just got to work your way around that training-wise, but it's not unless, like I said, it was super major, but normally guys, like I said, that have had the rotator cuff surgery still train okay. You just got to adapt your training if you have to. You might not have to at all. You might got to go back and do what you used to do again, but if you have to work around, just work around it, but make the best of what you can.
Yeah.